Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 28th of October 2020. So this is the series in Dead by Daylight where we go over the Shrine of Secrets. There's 2 killer perks and 2 survivor perks. We go over what they do, what characters they come with, how they work, how they change in each tier up of the perk. And if it's a killer perk, then what killer's power does it work well with? And at the end I'll give my thoughts on which ones you should put your iridescent shards towards, but sometimes I will not recommend any, or just say you can easily do this with blood points. So yeah. As I'm recording this, in 10 minutes there's going to be a bug fix patch, so I hope to God that it is to fix the frame rate on consoles, because as someone who is trying to practice Deathslinger, it is very, very annoying to keep playing matches. It's been out for like 5 days now, and it's a bit ridiculous that they're only just doing it now, fixing it, but whatever, I guess. So we're gonna just do this as normal. I think it will wait until I've logged off the game to do it, so that's fine. But yeah, we're gonna start right away. Let's get into this. First of all, we have Bond, which is a Dwight Fairfield perk. This one's pretty simple, but I really like it, and it's very good for like beginner players, but also just for like, you know, even experienced players. It's really good if you're doing solo queue. This will show the auras of teammates to you in a 20-meter range. Now at tier 2 that's 28 meters, and at tier 3 that's 36 meters. This is really good because, especially again for solo queue, if you have no idea what your teammates are doing, or if you think they're bots, or even if you're a beginner trying to figure out how people do things and stuff. If you're getting chased, you'll be able to see the aura of someone who's on a gen, and then you'll know not to run that way because they're doing the gen, so you can lure them away, the killer away, as that teammate does the gen. Vice versa, if you're on a gen and you can see someone getting chased kind of coming towards you, you can kind of hide and, you know, make sure the killer doesn't see you or stop to kick the gen or anything like that. It's just a lot convenient, just to be able to, again, 36 meters is quite far. It's not like Empathy's crazy 120 something meters, but it's really good. I will say that things like Kindred or Aftercare are probably better at this, but this one is still good. The range is still really great. It's easy to use, and again, you get your information, and yeah, and it's with a character that everyone has by default, so that's good. Next of all, we have Enduring, however you want to say it. This is a Hellbilly perk. I was going to say Hellbilly perk. This one has gone through a lot of changes, but at the moment, currently, you reduce the duration of pallet stuns by 40%. Now, at tier 2, that is 45%, and at tier 3, that's 50%. Before, it used to be like 75%. It's been changed, the numbers have been reworked a bunch, but at the moment, it's 50% at tier 3. Again, this is really good on a lot of killers. This is good for killers who have to eat pallets a lot, so like Pig, Wraith, Ghostface, things like that. You can obviously combine this with Spirit Fury. It's a very well-known combo. Basically, you have Spirit Fury has every time you break pallets, the next time you get stunned, it breaks the pallet for you. So if you combine it with Enduring, then it has it so the pallet gets broken instantly, and you recover basically instantly as well. So pretty deadly. But of a lot of killers, I'm currently using this sort of thing with Leatherface, because again, just eating pallets sometimes when I'm trying to change the whole sweep. But no, this is a really good perk. It's very simple, but it's very effective what it does. It's a Hillbilly perk, so keep that in mind. Next we have Live, however you want to say this one too. This is a Feng perk, and this is another exhaustion perk. However, I will probably say this is the worst exhaustion perk. That does not mean that is bad, though. I'm just saying that out of things like Sprint Burst or Dead Hard, this probably is the worst, but it's still really good, obviously, at what it does. So, after performing a rushed vault, this is either through a window or over a pallet. It doesn't say that, but it also counts for dropped pallets if you vault over quickly. You will break into a sprint 150% of your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds, and it will cause the exhaust status effect for 60 seconds. Now, like usual, tier 2 that is 50 seconds, and at tier 3 that's 40 seconds. Again, Sprint Burst and Dead Hard, I would say are probably better. Dead Hard is in like basically all of my builds. Sprint Burst is also very effective. This one, again, I'm not saying that it's like the worst or it's bad, because it is good. It's an exhaustion perk, obviously, so you can make distance. You can combine it with like Dance With Me or like Poised or Lightweight or something. Basically make a build that makes you disappear completely from windows. But basically, this It's just, I think also because you have to have an object to interact with. Sprint burst you can just do by sprinting. A dead hard again while you're running, while injured, you can just trigger it instantly. This one you have to have a window or a dropped pallet next to you, and sometimes if you're in an open area you can't have any of these things, and then you'll get downed, and you know the perk hasn't done anything. So live I used to use a lot, but once I got the other exhaustion perks I haven't used it since. But again, I need to reiterate, I'm not saying this perk is like bad or it's worse. It's just that comparing it to the other exhaustion perks, even like the head-on and things, it's like, it's probably the worst. So, but it's still good. It's still good if you haven't got any of the exhaustion perks yet, but surely you should have sprint burst by then. But if not, it's still good. Finally, we have Thanatophobia, which recently got a buff, but it's not amazing. And to be honest, I think this perk is kind of overrated. It's not amazing, but it's whatever, it's fine. Basically, this is a nurse perk, and every time you injure someone, the percent will go up, as in, for every injured, is it injured, hooked, and dying? Injured, hooked, dying, or hooked, I think. Injured, dying, or hooked, that's it. All survivors will receive a penalty of 4% to a maximum of 16% to repair, sabotage, and totem cleansing speeds. Now, tier 2, this is now 4.5 seconds and then 18%. 4.5% and then 18%, sorry. And then tier 3 is 5% and then 20%, if that makes sense. Yeah, so basically, like if one person is injured, for example, everyone will get a 16% penalty, and then basically it will keep going up. So if everyone is injured, dying, or hooked, then eventually be a 20% slowdown to everyone. Repairing and sabotaging is very good. It used the old version. This also used to count for healing, but the problem obviously is trying to heal to get rid of the effect. But if everyone gets injured again, then it's just like Legion sort of. So they removed the healing aspect of this. Instead did totem cleansing speeds, which I only realised the other day, I think it was yesterday, because I was cleansing a totem and it was taking a bit longer because that red bar came up, and I was like, but it hasn't got Thrill of the Hunt, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is Thanatophobia's new thing. So again, I think this perk's overrated. I don't think even the old version, it was that, I know everyone uses this with like Nurse and also Legion, just to make it a nightmare to play against, but I just don't think this perk's that great. 20%, I think, well, again, it used to be 16% by tier 3, but now it's 20% by tier 3, so I guess that is good. But, I don't know, I really don't think this is that great. The slowdown, again, is helpful, but I feel like it's not that much of an effect, and since they've removed the healing thing, obviously people can now just heal quickly and get rid of the effect entirely. But it does also count for dying and hooked survivors as well, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know. This perk's just a weird one. I don't know. I don't really like it. This is all just my opinion. That's the thing as well. These are all just my opinions, so don't be annoyed with me. It's just me. I'm not good at this game, okay? So now we're going to go over the perks. Which ones I would say to buy with shards, and I will be honest, I would not get any of these, just because, well, okay, for Survivor I would say Bond. Being able to see teammates in 36 meters is really good. The range is really good. I will say again, Aftercare and Kindred I would say are probably better at this, but this is still good just for convenience and basic map information. If you're doing gens, or if you're healing, or if you're in a chase, it's really good to know what other people are doing, so you know how to avoid them, or get on with your task, or to go for the rescue, should I heal that person, etc. But again, the thing is, Dwight is a character everyone has by default, so I would just say it's level 30 for his Blood Web, so I would say just use blood points, to be honest. Live, again, yeah, it's good, but compared to the other exhaustion perks, this is really not good, and I would rather get those and use those than this. For Killer, I'm going to say Enduring, because the Hillbilly, again, is also default. Reducing pallet stuns like that is really convenient, especially if trying to learn, again, Killer's who has to eat a lot of pallets. Just get stunned a lot, so it's really good for that. You can buy Brutal Strength, Spirit Fury, things like that, you know. Again, Hillbilly is a default character, so again, it's also level 30 for his Blood Web, so I would say just put a couple thousand blood points in. Well, that's a couple 100,000, I would say, but yeah, you get what I mean. And also, Thanatophobic, again, it got buffed recently, but I still don't think it's worth bringing into games, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, but that is just my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed, hope this helped. I'm going to hopefully try and download this update. Hope it removes the frame rate issue. I'll tweet about it if it does or not, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.